Welcome back. Since the commencement of the general registration of voters on the 3rd of June till the 22nd of June 2024, a total number of 536,000 eligible Namibians registered as voters inside the country and at all Namibian Diplomatic Missions abroad. To give further details on the ongoing registration, we joined telephonically by ECN's Corporate Communications Manager, Mr. David Siluka. So good evening and welcome to the Daily Roundup.
Good evening and good evening to the viewers. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. The statistics that I gave of the 536,000 eligible Namibians that have voted thus far were statistics that were from the 3rd of June until the 22nd of June. What are the current numbers?
The current numbers, as you have rightly stated, we have registered 536,000 eligible voters locally and abroad at our foreign missions. Now, if you look at these statistics per region, it's still something that we need to improve on. If you look at the potential voters as the census statistics of the 2023 as provided by the Namibian Statistics Agency, you realize that the Ohangwena region currently has the highest voter registration, with the Zambezi being the lowest. Ohangwena at 35% of its total population have registered, and in the Zambezi, only 20% of the total population have registered. As compared to other regions, the actual registration from the 3rd of June when we commenced up to the 22nd of June, none of the regions have really even topped up to 40% of its total eligible population to come up and register. And it's something that is also quite worrisome, but it's something that we need to improve on, I think, as the citizens of this country living locally and abroad. Maybe I should just go through quickly to look at the percentage per region compared to its total population. Karas region currently stands at 33.7% registration, percentage of registered voters as compared to the total population of the region. And then Irongo stands at 31.5%. Hardap at 28.9%. And then Kavango East at 29.3%, Kavango West at 33.6%, Comas region at 32.5%, Kunene region at 28.4%, Ohangwena region, which is topping, is at 35%, and then Omaheke at 27.3%, Omusati at 32.1%, Oshana at 33.4%, Oshikoto at 27.9%, Otozonjupa at 28.3%, and the Zambezi region at 20.1%. So if you look at these figures and you compare to the number of days that we have so far registered, it is something that is also still worrisome, but it's something that needs collective effort from the society, particularly Namibians.
Mr. Siluka, if we look at the various demographics in terms of age groups, female and male and youth that have registered, what are the stats indicating?
Our current indicators indicate that it's quite a 50-50 kind of demographic. Provisionally, if you look at the total number of registered voters that have been recorded on the production of the database, it indicates that 31% are male older than 35 years, whereas male younger than 35 years represents 19%. which is quite worrisome. And then you look at the female. Female older than 35 years represents 32% of the total registration, whereas females who are younger than 35% only represent 18%. So it's more like the youth who are 18 years, from 18 to 34 years, are still lagging behind in terms of registration, whereas those who are 35 years and older are the ones who are going out to register. And that is why we need to encourage, especially our first-time voters, to really take this exercise very serious and ensure that they register to vote. It is their civic duty. And as Namibians, they have the right to participate into the democratic process of this country. And you, by participating into the democratic process, you can only participate if you are a registered voter who is having a voter's card. So
I just want to interject there. Speaking of encouraging, voters to go and register, what strategies is the ECN currently employing to do that? And is the ECN also leveraging technology to get the message across?
Well, thank you for bringing that to our attention. To this. Well, on the 7th of March, when we launched the electoral calendar, which is a legal framework that guides us on how we are going to execute the electoral process for the 2024 election cycle. One of the major or strategic things that we launched also along with was a robust voter and civic education strategy. And this strategy informs the types of information that we have to disseminate to the public, as well as the type of mediums that we have to use to disseminate, taking into consideration the dynamics in the society as well as technology. Now, as part of our channels of communication, we have all our messages translated into all indigenous spoken languages across the country. On top of that, the mediums that we have been using, we have the radio, whereby we have almost contracted all radio stations across the country to assist us in disseminating information that pertains to voter registration, just to entice the public and so that they know what are the requirements of registration, where they have to go register. On top of that, we have also employed the services of the electronic medium, such as the TV, video visual channels such as TV, where we have also contracted the national broadcaster to assist us by disseminating information that pertains to voter registration.
Thank you.
In addition to that, we have rolled out a robust social media campaign, enticing the public, because we thought the youth are on social media. So let's get them there. Let's get to entice them. Let them get the message across.
Mr. Siluka, thank you so much for your time this evening. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have, but thank you so much for joining us.
All right, thank you. Bye.
That was Mr. David Siluka from the ECN speaking to us about the ongoing voters registration taking place. If you'd like some more information in terms of registration points, etc., times that these points will be open, you can go onto the ECN's social media pages to get all of that. We'll be right back shortly.